So we're going to get going. And we're feeling really happy, actually, and I'm feeling very excited about having two wonderful people that have been part of our facilitator team for the inner development program that we've done these past few years. And both are absolutely marvelous, and we're feeling really privileged to be able to share this with the community today. Steve Harper, who's dialing in from Big Sur in California, and Zia Nath, who is dialing in from Bombay in India. We're drawing some inspiration from the session that we did last week, and particularly we're drawing inspiration from the monastic practice that was shared about checking in several points during the day. And today we'll be looking at how we resource and ground ourselves through our bodies. So with that very simple introduction, Steve, I will pass it over to you.
Great, thank you. And thank you for inviting us into your home, and welcome into my home, Zia's home. It's an honor to be with you all. I'll be starting off and then passing things to Zia and a little bit of back and forth. Briefly, intention of our time together is an experiential somatic experience that you can practice during the arc of the day. And these are very clearly embodied presence, kind of pauses, moments. It's the time now also for personal and social closeness as we're here together while we're at a physical distance. And the practices that we're doing are cultivating awareness. You could think of this as kind of an awareness gym, if you like. We're allowing the body to be able to self-regulate. And we're listening to the wisdom of the body so that it can self-regulate. These come from time-tested wisdom traditions. They're supported by contemporary neuropsychology, neuroscience. And for right now, though, I'm going to invite you as much as you can to let this not be another self-improvement project, but this is now a space to be. There's nothing to do, nowhere to go. I invite you into just simply being. So I'm going to start off with just inviting then you to feel you're sitting or you're standing, and invite you to bring your awareness to the sensations of your breathing. And very specifically, noticing where you can feel breath in this moment in your body, and letting your awareness rest and land and ground in the sensation of breathing. This breath. And if thoughts come and arise, that's just fine. We're not trying to stop any thinking. Invitation to just gently return your awareness in this moment, this breath, resting in the sensation of breathing. And then inviting us all take a little fuller breath than normal, and an audible extended exhale. Extending the exhale, letting yourself really feel your presence here in this room, and even at physical distance, we can feel a connection to self, we can feel a connection to others all over the world that are in our Zoom room here. So I'm going to start off with a practice that you could do sitting, you could also do standing. I'm going to invite you, if you would, to come to standing. And I'm going to move back a little bit where you can see my body. And hopefully you can all see me really well there. And if you can, to also come to standing. And maybe just give your body a little moment to settle in. And to feel your feet on the ground. This is our base here, to feel your feet on the ground and even make it relational, to let your feet feel the ground, but also let the ground feel your feet. So it's relational. The ground can feel your feet. And from this, I'm going to invite us to come up to this area of the body that Wang talked about in the Tai Chi as the Tang Tian. This is a place that across wisdom traditions we consider to be a center of wisdom when it comes to movement of the body and body. In the Japanese tradition, this is called the hara. It has many different names in many different cultures. I happen to like the name hara. Yeah. So just a few fingers beneath your navel to give yourself a little kinesthetic cue there. Just a pat on the belly. And you can even give yourself a little cue, a little rub on the sacrum. So it's this area right in between to feel the hara. And you could even imagine it as a ball that's inside there. And if it helps to give a visual here, there's this sense of breath coming into the hara and then exhaling out the hara. Inhaling into the hara, exhaling out of the hara, or dantian in the Chinese. Inhaling, exhaling. A sense of it being spherical, inside, deep inside. And then just allowing, if you can, to find, if you can let your hara be right above the feet. So finding that place. And sometimes where we find it is maybe a little rocking back and forth, front to back, maybe some spiraling. But we let ourselves find a way we can place our hara right above our feet in this dialogue we're having with gravity. And then taking a moment to take a little breath, a little fuller, and a gentle, extended exhale. And inviting you to come up to the region of the heart. And to purposely, in a very gentle way, loving way, kind of almost bring your attention to the heart, but also draw your awareness down towards the heart. Yeah? So the sense of starting up high, softening the chest, opening the heart, and bringing the attention and energy down towards the heart. Letting the shoulders be loose, let the hands hang by gravity. Gentle, easy breath. And see if you can place the heart right above the hara. So we have this sense of feet on the ground, hara, and then heart above the hara. Easy breath, soft shoulders, open heart, and then gently coming up to the head. Often, at least in Western culture, where I'm associated with, often people will be, like this. Just to see if you can place your head very gently in alignment with gravity above the hara, the heart, and the head. And this is very gently done. It's not something that's tight or held. It's a moment to moment finding this alignment. Feet on the ground, hara, heart, and head in alignment. So we are literally grounding and centering. And one way this could be even used, you could do this sitting when you roll out of bed. And first thing you do is put your feet on the ground. Take a moment to feel your hara, your sit bones. You take a moment to soften the heart. And then align the head, just very gently held. So we're in this dialogue, a very aware dialogue of heart, hara, heart, and head in alignment. This, of course, can be done anytime during the day. So one more time, either sitting or standing, feet on the ground. Let it be relational. Let the ground feel your feet. Hara above the feet. Softened heart above the hara. Head gently held above the heart. In dialogue with gravity. And now just pause for a moment and linger, just having done that very short moment of practice. Notice what you're experiencing now. Notice what you're sensing now. And as much as you can, whatever arises and whatever you're noticing, meet and greet that sensation, showing up for whatever arises. And then taking a little fuller breath, and on the exhale, letting that practice go. And I'm going to invite Zia to come in and offer another piece. So Zia, you have the floor.
Thank you, Steve. Thanks. Okay, hello everyone. Great to be with all of you. Thanks, Steve. That was really lovely. I'm just going to adjust my camera angle a little bit so you can see me clearly. Great. Yeah. Okay. Something that I want to build on in continuity with what Steve was showing us, just aligning the hara, which is at the level of the lower belly and hips, and then the heart, which is at the level of our diaphragm and the lungs, and the head, which is also at the level of this cranial base, where the head attaches the neck. Yeah, these are all very important points that help to align our body. And as we have gravity acting down on us, we have our spine moving upwards. So I'm going to invite you to do a little bit of gentle shaking. Now the shaking needs from and it happens with, it's more like a bounce. You kind of just let go with gravity and then you rise up again against it. Then you let go with gravity, you rise up against it. It's a good way to start a gentle bounce. Keep your knees soft. And if you just take a look at my feet, my weight is just a little bit forward. Just a little bit forward so my heels can lift up, but ever so gently. I don't want to lose my balance. I don't want to work my muscles. Just weight forward a bit. You bend your knees softly and you do this very gentle bounce. And just, you have to release and drop into the bounce. And then see if the bounce picks up a natural momentum. Yeah, once you're getting into this bounce, soft knees, you kind of just let your shoulders and hands drop. You let your neck be a little bit relaxed. And you just keep the bouncing going till the bounce picks up its own momentum. So you're not doing the bounce. Something's just happening on its own. And you just keep doing it for a while, let it continue. You'll notice that something starts to take over, that outside you don't see it so much, but inside you feel this gentle shaking. It's almost like I'm going to exaggerate it to show you what it feels like inside, but I'm just exaggerating. It's like a shaking inside, like this, but it's gone in. So from outside, you can't see much. It's like a slight trembling inside. And you still keep your knees soft and let your body move up and down, Let it build up its own momentum. Keep your neck soft. Let your neck chin just hang a bit. And keep this going. Now, as you keep this going, I'm going to explain to you the physiology of this exercise, why it's helpful. We have lymphatic system all through the body. It's the cleansing system of our body. These are lymph vessels that cleanses the fluid. It's the fluid circulation cleanser of our body. When we move into this kind of gentle shaking, we're really moving the fluids that have got jammed or are thick. We want to cleanse it. Yeah. It also helps the fascia. Fascia is connective tissue that moves through our whole body, connects every organ, every muscle, every bone to one another. That's how we're connected. The entire body is a matrix of fascia. So my little toe is connected to my heartbeat through fascia. So the fascia starts to ease out and relax when you do this. Yeah? You can just close your eyes and let the shaking move deeper inside. And outside, you don't see much happening. But just deeper inside, there's a really gentle, soft, relaxing bouncing that's happening. Your internal organs, your lungs, your liver, gallbladder, stomach, intestines, everything starts to get massaged. There's deep circulation happening in there. And circulation, fluid circulation, means movement of fluid. As the fluids in our body start to move, they make space. As we have space, we start to relax into spaciousness. This is a really lovely exercise to do if you're caught in a panic or an anxiety moment. You know, you're just suddenly facing stress and you're having this panic or anxiety moment, butterflies in the stomach. Just settle down into this gentle bounce, shaking, internal tremoring, and let the body take over with the momentum. You can play around with weight shift. And so as you're doing this, you can shift your weight forward, shift it back, while you're also doing this gentle shaking. You can also shift your weight side to side and let your neck, head hang loose, let your hands hang loose. You can also start to bend down as you're shaking. Let your shoulders relax a bit. Ease out the shoulders. Let your hands just hang there as you move down and up. And very slowly, it's just like you need to do it 3 to 5 minutes and it's enough. And then you take a moment, you stop and sense what is happening in your body. Take your attention inward and notice all the sensations that are moving through your limbs, moving through your torso and spine. It's like a fluidity of sensations going through. And just watch that, nothing to do. The body beautifully self-regulates itself. You just have to, settle in, watch that happen. Bring attention to your breathing. Let your breath sink in. Let gravity do its work. Let gravity bring the breath down. Breathe into your belly. Like Steve was guiding us earlier, become aware of your hara. And just aligned over the hara is your chest and your heart. And just aligned over that is your head. The head is aligned perfectly with the spine that connects us to the heart and heart. Now, while the shaking is a great way to support you in moments of stress, it allows a really beautiful discharge, gets the fluid circulation in your body going. And then you can just do this anytime in the day. Another exercise that I want to bring to you is a midday exercise. You know, we follow the arc of the sun, and by midday the sun is really bright. Its light is really extending out. The day is expansive, and it's great to let the body align with the movement of the sun. We get a little bit of nice stretching, expansion in our body. You can look at this as a midday exercise. You know, you're sitting on the desk, you're busy with your computer, great time to just stretch yourself out. I'm going to show you some very simple stretches. Many of you, if you're already into fitness or yoga, you'll think, oh, this is really simple. But what it does, when you understand what it does to your physiology, you'll just have a lot more value for the simplicity of these stretches. Just bring it in the middle of your day, open your body out. So starting with opening out the heart with your hands, and then letting your hands move backward and chest move forward. You get a nice stretch on the front torso of your body. And then you bring your hands forward, close it in, and you contract your upper back. And look forward, shoot it forward. Let this lead your back forward as your stomach goes in. So you have this C curve happening inside, and your hands are really extending outward, giving your upper back a nice lengthening. So from moving backwards this way, and then forward in a curve this way, you can now bring your hands up. Do this with your palms. Take it up. And then let your hands go behind your ears and give a nice stretch to your torso, pulling up, going back. Here is a good time to open your neck. Look right, look left. Very slowly, make this neck movement very slow. Look up, look down. And then open your hands out, out, out in a nice, slow, round circle. So you have now stretched your upper torso, chest, shoulders, and your upper back has opened up. Okay. Now we want to open our lower legs, our lower back. Now before we open the lumbar area, it's good to do a little bit of twist. So, if you can see my legs, you put one leg across and then put your right leg across your left, and then we stretch on the right side. Yeah, it's an opposite. Wherever the leg goes, the body goes opposite. You stretch across nicely. You get a nice twist in your spine, mid-back spine, nice twist. Coming back, center, put your left leg across your right, take your hands out and twist in the opposite direction. Get a nice squeeze, like you know how you're squeezing water out of a cloth. Get a nice twist and squeeze. Once again, keep it gentle. Right leg across the left, hands to the right side, twisting opposite direction. Get a nice squeeze. You might feel that one side of your body has a wider range of movement and twist, and the other side not so much, and that's okay. And then coming back. And then we want to open up our lower back. So if you have If you have a support like a chair, if you need that, you can use it. You can, if you don't need it, that's also okay. Just hold this chair and you take one leg forward. Make sure they are in line, that they're not like this or like this or like this. Yeah? They are parallel to one another. And then your hand is resting on the chair, if you have a chair. If you don't have a chair, you can use a sofa, you can use a table. If you don't have anything, get your hands, your fingers into this pointed position and just stretch forward. Now, if you have something to hold on to, you can just lean on this. And you get a nice stretch on your right leg, right bottom, glutes, hamstring. It's a nice stretch to rest into. If you don't have this, that's okay. You can just use your hands to pull you forward and you can rest. Come down, slowly coming up. We don't need to hold the stretches too long. We just need to keep moving through the exercise, which is better for the body because we're not doing a workout midday. We're just mobilizing the body. And as we mobilize the body, we're also opening it out, opening the joints, expanding and stretching the muscles. If you need to
Steve, I think you might need to pick this up here.
So it looks like maybe Zia popped out for a moment. So with what she just offered us with these stretches, take a moment, a pause moment to really deeply sense whatever you're experiencing inside your body. With each of the practices we've offered, it's very important to afterwards linger for a few moments to feel what's going on, what's rippling inside, sensing any places vibrating, any place that has tingling, pressure, hot, cold. Just with open awareness, sense and linger in the sensations of our body. Then I invite you to go ahead. If you were standing, you can come to sitting. And this can always be done sitting, it can be done standing. Many of you, I'm sure, are familiar with this in some form or another. It's one of the most common practices I offer to people that I'm working with in all different capacities. And it only takes about a minute really to do. And it can be very useful after you've gotten off a phone call, perhaps before you're about to write a challenging email or have a conversation that you're a little concerned about how that may go. And it's just called 3 breaths practice. 3 breaths practice. And the breath is simple. I'll just talk the first one through and then we can do it together. Maybe 3 breaths. The first one is really taking the breath, and again, from sitting, but I'll just so you can see, I'm taking the breath as though it's starting from really almost my pelvis, the floor of my pelvis, up through my belly, the hara, up through the diaphragm, up through the heart, all the way to the top of the lungs. And then the breath is turning, and we're extending the exhale twice as long as the inhale. Extending the exhale is very important. I don't think I need to go into that right now, but we're engaging all sorts of parts of our system to calm and settle. So perhaps together we can just go ahead with this practice of taking a breath starting from the belly, up through the heart, up to the chest, and then on the exhale, twice as long. And you might even give a little bit of a sound, a sigh. At the bottom of the breath, pause for a moment. Inhale, belly up through the heart, chest. Exhale, audible. Last breath from the belly up through the heart to the top of the chest. Exhale, and perhaps with a little sound. Oh. And then pausing, letting your natural breath return. Sensing, feeling inside the body, lingering with the sensations of the body. And then noticing again, what's still stirring from that simple thing. It's talking to our parasympathetic nervous system. It's actually slowing our pulse rate, it's lowering our blood pressure, slowing our breath. Okay. So I'm just curious, is Zia back on?
Zia is back.
Great. So I'd like to hand it back to Zia.
Thank you, Steve. That was really helpful. We were going to anyway slowly get into that. Actually, I had almost finished, and I was just going to invite you guys to sit down and sense your body with breathing. And Steve, you did that wonderfully. Thank you for layering it so well.
So Zia, I think this is where we shift to the evening part of our arc together. So it stays in your hands.
Okay, great. So I want to show you something when we are starting to slow down for the evening. How do we help our body and our nervous system to regulate to settling down into rest? Yeah, the whole day has been quite active. We want to slow the system down so we can move into a more peaceful sleep. Starting with, if you're sitting on the edge of your bed or your chair, something very simple. You put one leg over the other, like put your ankle on the other knee, like this, okay? And then just holding your legs gently like this. You straighten your spine and move forward, letting your chin lead you forward. So your spine will look like this. And here you get a beautiful lengthening of your hamstring and your lower back, which is very good for the nighttime because you've been up and about all day. You can change your leg now. And you want to rest your back. You want to, open out your muscles that are most used. Our glutes, that's our bottoms, and our hamstrings here, all the way from the spine here, is the most used muscles. And these muscles are the most abused because we sit on them all day long. So this forward bending, opening the muscles at the end of the day is lovely. And then if you're comfortable to sit cross-legged, just like this, great. If that doesn't work for you, you can just sit straight like this also. If you're sitting cross-legged or straight, make sure you have something to rest on if needed. But just for this exercise, we're coming forward a little bit, we'll rest behind at the end, okay? We're going to do a little bit of unwinding. So we unwind from our spine. Our spine is the center, the midline of our body. It's the axis around which we have an orientation to front, back, left, right, up, down. It gives us orientation to where we are and how we are in the body and in the world outside. We're going to use the spine as the axis around which we unwind. We start making very slow circles. If the spine is here, this is the axis. We're moving around, making small circles around this axis. So when you come forward, you let your body stretch out, side, back. You can curl in a little bit, side, out. And just very gentle. Yeah. So we want to start with small circles, always slow, never fast. And then slowly let the momentum of this movement carry you. Remember, try and ease and surrender to the exercise. Let the exercise work your body. Let the momentum come and move you much better than you doing it. Yeah? So let the momentum of this unwinding come into this exercise, and you start making slightly bigger circles. Keep your head and neck aligned with the spine. And your circles can get even bigger. And then when you feel you've reached the maximum range, you start to make them smaller again. This is really lovely to mobilize your lower back, your hips. It unwinds it. Also, if you close your eyes and look what is happening in your body. What are you sensing in your body right now as this unwinding is happening? You make your circle smaller, come closer to the axis of your spine, and make it even smaller. Now you need to make it so tiny. The circle has to be so tiny around the spine axis that you can't really see it from outside, but you can feel it from inside. And closing your eyes, looking inward, let your vision turn into your body. Notice what is the experience in your body as you are unwinding. Very slowly, with these tiny circles, you find the center and you become still. In this stillness, invite your attention to the sensations present in your body right now. Let your breath move along the axis of your spine. Yeah, just notice the breath and spine are moving along the same axis. And then as you settle in with your breath, we start this unwinding very gently on the opposite side. Starting with very small movements. You know you're doing it right when you feel your belly, your stomach muscles activated. When you feel that your core is engaged, you know you got it right. That's one way of knowing. Another way of supporting yourself is just to keep your hands on your knees so you get some good stable support for your shoulders. Slow circles, letting them get bigger. Remember, let the momentum of this movement take over. That's when you're really unwinding. When you're not doing the circles, but you are being moved into this unwinding circling. That's a deep, deep letting go moment in your day. to just let go and let the body move with its natural momentum. And then finding your range, maximum range of movement as far as you can go in the comfort of your body. Let it always be comfortable. Remember to keep breathing through this. Breathe into your hara, down your heart into your heart. When you feel you've reached the maximum range of movement, you start to close in the circle very slowly. Here you're coming back. You're centering back in, closing in to your axis. And remember to watch yourself from inside. Remember to remember your body. How is your body doing right now in this gentle unwinding? Slowing it down, making the circle so small that only you can feel it. You can't see it from outside, but only you can feel it. And then when you come so close to the axis, that's a moment for stillness. Align with the stillness of your axis, your spine, your midline. Let your breath drop deep, open free. Become aware of the sensations in your body. And from here, I'm going to pass it on to Stephen, who's going to guide you through a very beautiful breath exercise as a continuation of this.
Okay. So lingering still with the sensations from the movement that Zia just guided us in. Repetition is useful, so we're coming back to 3 breaths practice. And I'm going to invite you to do this at your own pace. Really listening and feeling your own body and feeling the breath come up all the way from the base of the pelvis to the length of the body. And the exhale, giving some sound and extending the exhale at your own pacing. Listening and feeling deeply, tracking moment to moment the sensations of the inhale, sensations of the exhale. When you do come to your last breath at the exhale, rest for a moment at the bottom of the breath. And let your breath return to its natural rhythm and linger. The lingering is important, softening into whatever sensation is arising. And then if it is that you're headed towards sleep, or just need a moment to settle in, softening the brow, the area around your eyes, letting them go, softening the area around the mouth, the jaw in particular. Coming in, if you feel a place that is tight, maybe it feels like it's hard anywhere in your body, you can feel it as ice to water. And then water to gas. Feeling into your shoulders and neck. There's often a way at least, and many of us hold our shoulders and neck. So bringing your awareness to the shoulders and neck. And the mind asking the body, is there anything that could be softer? Could be more gentle? Could relax into? And again, if you find any place that feels stiff or hard, you can feel the sense of ice to water, offering breath to that area, water to gas. Coming into your chest, feeling both the front and the back. Again, seeing if there's anything that you want to invite to become softer, more gentle. Letting our awareness sink down as though gravity is just pulling us down into our belly, our low back, literally our gut, our hara. Again, seeing if there's anything that's maybe being held from the day or during the day that in this moment can let go. Offering breath to any place that feels tight. Letting go, offering breath. Coming down into the pelvis, and the pelvic floor. Again, what might want to let go and soften? And feeling the upper legs, thighs, knees, and calves. Feeling the weight of your legs. Coming into your feet, feeling your feet make contact with the floor. And if you're lying, just feeling the feet from the inside out. The arms heavy, giving way to gravity. Feeling the hands from the inside out. And with each exhale, letting go. Letting go. Giving way to gravity. And now just pausing with that and lingering for a moment, open attention, sensing, feeling inside, deep inside. Noticing what you're experiencing right now. And then with a little fuller breath and the audible exhale, we can just let that whole piece go. I know some of you are headed towards bed by your time zone. Others of you are waking up. So lingering. And Aaron, I just wanted to check with you if there's questions. Otherwise, I would like to do a short review of some of the things we touched upon. Aaron?
Steve, so what I'd love to invite is maybe if people could share some of what they're noticing now into the chat. And Steve, maybe you could lead us through the review at the same time.
Yes. Okay, I'm seeing things like feeling blessed, relaxing. So these moments, as you feel them, let yourself really have the feeling. So if you're feeling centered, relaxing, let yourself really have it. We so often don't really let ourselves have the moment. And if you can, whatever it is you're feeling, centered, balanced, relaxed, let yourself enrich that feeling. There's a fire here behind me. It's almost as though you're stoking the fire of that feeling. You're letting it grow larger, enriching it. And then letting whatever that feeling is, calm, peaceful, balanced, relaxed, centered, let yourself really absorb it. So it gets to go into all of the cells, all of the space in between every cell. So you get to have it, you get to enrich it, and then you absorb it in between the space of every cell of your whole body. And then linger. Linger in inner peace, sleepy, calm, balanced, wanting to lie down, relaxing, warm all over, space and ease. So Erin, I'm imagining just doing a very brief review of some of the practice we've offered. And you can stay exactly where you are. You don't need to do these along. In fact, maybe I'd encourage you not to really linger in the sensation of what you're feeling. And this is just as a brief reminder of some other things we worked with, played with today. Yeah. First was feeling the feet on the ground. That can be standing or sitting. Feeling the hara. Feeling the sense of a dialogue with gravity. So the hara, the softened heart can be above the hara, and the head gently above the heart. Just that very simple practice is sometimes all that's offered in some forms of meditation. It's the beginning of almost any movement practice, from Tai Chi, Aikido, yoga. We start with our relationship with gravity. Hara, heart, head. Easy breath. Then we have this possibility of shaking. Especially this can be useful for me if I'm feeling a little anxious or overwhelmed. And the shaking is a little bit of a balancing. My primary attention, though, is inward. And I let that shaking begin to have a life of its own. A life of its own. And sometimes I'll add in some sound. There's this possibility of shaking. And then there's this other possibility of the expansive stretches. And Zia gave us a number of them. But often for me, this piece of the chest, the opening of the chest in this direction, the opening of the back. It's just a few moments, literally a minute worth of this opening of the chest allows my breath to come more naturally and more easily. And then this piece of sitting and spiraling. Sitting and spiraling. Letting the spirals grow larger and then smaller till we find an apparent still place where we can still feel the spiraling, but it's not seen. And then spiraling in the other direction, letting it grow larger, and then smaller until we find a still point. And then the 3 breaths practices. The 3 breaths. Fuller breath than normal, the extended audible exhale. If you pick up just even one of these and add them into your day, at any time during the day, we gave them in somewhat of an arc of the day. Any one of these, you pick it up, I'd be curious to notice what happens over the course of time. And with any practice, we call it a practice because that's what it is. We're constantly learning, constantly invoking our curiosity. So, Aaron, I want to pass it back to you. And just one more last piece of emphasis on the lingering after, to really notice what's been stirred by whatever we've offered or whatever you've done with your body.
Thank you.
So, Aaron.
I really feel ready for bed. So thank you, Steve. Thank you, Zia. So next week's webinar is going to be with Robert Gass and his wife, Judith. And we're going to be doing that on the topic of relationship in moments of difficulty and tension. And that's both about romantic relationships and beyond that. We're continuing to respond to the kinds of queries and questions that people are sharing with us about what they're sitting with or being with in these interesting times in the world. So that's next week's session. And as a reminder, the week after that, we have a session again with Sharon Salzberg and Parker Palmer, who will be doing a wrap on all of what this arc has been like for us over the past more than 2 months. So we're really looking forward to having you join us for that. And today, it'd be lovely to finish up with a thank you to Steve and to Zia, and to the internet gods as well, who I think were very present, and also the graciousness of Steve and Zia in making this all work.